Every 40 seconds, someone in the world suffers a stroke. And what's truly alarming is that stroke is no longer just a condition of the elderly. It can strike at any time, to anyone, while working, while sleeping, even while laughing with family. And when it hits, it doesn't ask permission. It doesn't give warning. The aftermath, physically, mentally, and financially, can be so devastating that it alters the course of a person's entire life. So when we talk about stroke prevention, what's the first piece of advice experts usually give? Cut back on salt. It's a recommendation so common that many people tune it out, just another health cliché repeated endlessly. But today, I want to ask you, sincerely, do you really understand why? Most people believe that eating too much salt raises blood pressure, and high blood pressure increases the risk of a brain vessel rupture. That sounds logical, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. Because salt doesn't just raise blood pressure, it silently affects multiple systems at once. How your blood vessels respond to stress, how your immune system gets activated, how your body controls blood sugar, and even how your brain cells communicate with each other. Every extra spoonful of salt, day after day, is engaging in a silent war against your brain. And the sad truth is, we've rarely been told the full story. In today's video, we're not going to repeat the old warnings. We're not just going to say salt is bad. We're going deeper into the lesser-known mechanisms, the latest research, and the pathways through which salt directly attacks your vascular and nervous systems, even if you think you're eating just enough. This is knowledge I believe every person who cares about brain health or simply wants to live longer and independently needs to understand. Because after today, you may never look at that salt shaker on your table the same way again. Let's begin this journey of discovery, and maybe begin a new chapter in how you care for your brain and blood vessel.
First, let's talk about the mechanism everyone knows. This is salt's primary and most destructive weapon. When you eat a high amount of sodium, your body retains more water to dilute the sodium concentration in your blood. This increases the total volume of blood circulating in your body. Imagine your vascular system is a network of plumbing. When you pump more water through the same system of pipes, the pressure inside skyrockets. That pressure is high blood pressure. For the brain, this is extremely dangerous. Causing damage and atherosclerosis, high blood pressure constantly erodes the inner lining of the brain's arteries, creating microscopic scratches. The body tries to repair this by forming plaques, atherosclerosis. Over time, these plaques grow, narrowing the vessel and restricting blood flow to the brain. If a plaque ruptures, it will form a blood clot, causing a blockage and leading to an ischemic stroke. High blood pressure also weakens and ruptures blood vessels. Like a balloon being overinflated, constant high pressure weakens and stretches the vessel walls in the brain. At a certain limit, they can burst, causing a hemorrhagic stroke, an extremely dangerous condition. This is an undeniable truth, proven by countless studies, but the story doesn't stop at water pressure. Salt is also a chemical assassin. Inside all of our blood vessels, from the largest aorta to the tiniest capillaries in the brain, is a delicate single-cell layer called the endothelium. This lining isn't just a smooth coating, it's a critically important chemical factory, producing a gas called nitric oxide, NO. Nitric oxide is the miracle compound for your blood vessels. It helps them relax, stay elastic, and widen when needed to allow blood to flow easily.
And here is how salt attacks. Studies, such as one published in the Journal of the American Heart Association, JAHA, have shown that high sodium concentrations can directly damage and cause dysfunction in these endothelial cells, independent of its effects on blood pressure. When the endothelium is damaged, nitric oxide production plummets. Your blood vessels lose their flexibility, becoming stiff and constricted.
They can no longer dilate to meet the brain's oxygen demands. This not only contributes to higher blood pressure, but also creates the perfect conditions for blood clots to form. Essentially, salt is turning your flexible highways into rigid, narrow alleys prone to traffic jams. Our bodies have a system called the sympathetic nervous system, also known as the fight or flight system. When activated, it commands the heart to beat faster and blood vessels to constrict, preparing for a threat. A large body of scientific evidence shows that a high-salt diet can chronically overactivate the sympathetic nervous system. Salt acts on pressure-sensing regions in the brain and circulatory system, tricking the body into thinking it's in a constant state of red alert. What's the result? Your heart is always working harder, and your blood vessels are always in a state of slight constriction. This not only directly raises blood pressure, but also creates a state of continuous physiological stress on the entire cardiovascular system. Your brain, instead of receiving a calm flow of blood, is subjected to a pressurized, turbulent current, increasing the risk of a vascular incident. Imagine inflammation as a smoldering fire inside your body. Salt is one of the things that adds fuel to that fire. Numerous studies have proven that a high-salt diet promotes a state of low-grade systemic inflammation and increases oxidative stress, the excess of damaging free radicals. This inflammatory fire directly attacks the atherosclerotic plaques in your arteries. It makes the plaques hot and unstable, much more prone to rupturing. When an unstable plaque breaks, the body responds by forming a blood clot immediately. If that clot is large enough, it will block a cerebral artery and cause a stroke. So salt doesn't just help build the plaques via high blood pressure, it also lights the fuse for those plaques to explode. This is one of the newest and most fascinating discoveries in medicine. The ecosystem of microorganisms in our gut has a tight connection with the health of our brain. A groundbreaking study published in the journal Nature Neuroscience discovered that a high-salt diet can alter the gut microbiome, specifically by depleting a beneficial bacteria called Lactobacillus marinus. This deficiency triggered a chain of immune reactions, leading to the production of an inflammatory cell type called Th17 cells. Even more alarming, these inflammatory cells can travel from the gut to the brain, causing a state of neuroinflammation and reducing blood flow in the brain's microvessels. Essentially, salt can weaponize your immune system to attack your own brain via the gut pathway.
From these mechanisms, you can see that salt is not a simple enemy. It is a cunning invader, attacking our brain from multiple different directions. So, what must we do to build a solid line of defense? Number 1. Read food labels. Identify the hidden enemy. About 75% of the salt you eat doesn't come from the salt shaker on your table. It's hidden in processed foods. Bread, breakfast cereals, deli meats, sausages, canned goods, sauces, and frozen dinners. Get in the habit of reading nutrition labels and choosing products with lower sodium content. Number 2, prioritize fresh, whole foods. This is the most effective strategy. When you cook for yourself from fresh ingredients like vegetables, fruits, meat, and fish, you have complete control over the amount of salt you add. Number 3, reinforce your defensive weapon, potassium. Potassium is sodium's counterpart. It helps relax blood vessel walls and supports blood pressure balance. The American Heart Association emphasizes that increasing potassium is just as important as reducing sodium. Get plenty of potassium from natural sources like bananas, avocados, sweet potatoes, spinach, tomatoes, and beans. The sodium to potassium ratio in your diet is the key deciding factor. Number 4, choose your seasonings wisely.
Instead of relying solely on salt for flavor, explore the world of other herbs and spices. Garlic, onion, pepper, chili, oregano, rosemary. They not only make food more delicious, but are also packed with antioxidants that help fight inflammation. Number 5. Stay hydrated, the silent ally. Water is an essential tool that helps your body process and balance its sodium levels. When your body is dehydrated, the concentration of sodium in your blood becomes higher, which exacerbates all of the negative impacts we've discussed, from increasing pressure on blood vessel walls to triggering inflammatory responses. Drinking enough water throughout the day not only helps to dilute sodium, but also supports the body's natural processes for efficiently flushing out excess salt. Think of water as a constant stream that cleanses and purifies your system. Don't wait until you feel thirsty to drink. Maintain the habit of staying hydrated consistently all day long. Number 6. Move regularly. Reinforce your vascular system. Exercise isn't just for weight loss. It is one of the most powerful medicines to directly combat the harmful effects of salt. When you exercise, especially cardiovascular, cardio workouts, your body boosts its production of nitric oxide, NO, the very same miracle compound that salt tries to destroy. This helps your blood vessels become more flexible, elastic, and better able to dilate. Furthermore, regular exercise strengthens your heart, allowing it to pump blood more efficiently with less pressure, thereby naturally lowering your blood pressure. Number 7. Manage stress. Neutralize the accomplice. Stress is salt's most dangerous accomplice. As mentioned, when you are stressed, your body releases hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. These hormones not only directly constrict blood vessels, but also command the body to retain sodium, making the impact of salt exponentially worse. A high-salt meal in a calm person might have a mild effect, but in a chronically stressed person, it can become a ticking bomb. Practice stress management techniques like meditation, yoga, deep breathing, or simply taking a walk in a green space. By controlling your stress, you are disarming one of salt's most powerful weapons and creating a calmer, safer internal environment for your brain.
So, the fight against stroke is not simply about cutting salt. It's a battle that demands a deep understanding of how our food choices impact every single cell in our body. Salt, when consumed in excess, isn't just a water pressure problem. It is an inflammatory agent, a blood vessel disruptor, a nervous system agitator, and even a saboteur of our gut ecosystem. By clearly understanding these diverse mechanisms of attack, we can make wiser decisions. Treat every meal as an opportunity to protect your brain. Choose real food, rich in potassium, minimize processed foods, and control your added salt intake. Knowledge is power. And today, you have been equipped with powerful knowledge to protect yourself and your loved ones from the shadow of a stroke. Thank you for watching. If you found this video valuable, please hit the like and subscribe buttons, and most importantly, share it. You never know, this information might just save someone's life. Stay healthy and stay sharp. I'll see you in the next video.